We are joined now by the governor of Maryland, Wes Moore. Governor, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. Thank you.
Unfortunately, we've learned that it is now a recovery mission for the 6 souls, the construction workers who were on that bridge and who have now presumably passed in those cold waters. Have you learned anything more about them? Have you been able to speak to their families at all?
I have. I had the chance to spend time with their families yesterday. And in addition to people who simply just went to work yesterday to work on potholes, they had no idea that them going to work was going to turn to a deadly occurrence. But, you know, when I had a chance to speak with their families and pray with and for their families, they just reminded me of who they were as people. They were fathers. They were sons. They were husbands. They were people who their families relied on. And so the commitment that I made to the families was that we would put every possible resource towards a search and rescue mission. But now that we've transitioned to a recovery mission, I'm going to make sure that we're going to put every possible resource to bring a sense of closure to these families.
Governor, there was a mayday call that happened, and 90 seconds later, police were able to stop traffic on that bridge, which I would say is certainly heroic, and they probably saved countless lives. Was wondering about the construction workers on the bridge. Were they given any warning? Was there any attempt to get them off of the bridge?
There was, and you know, the thing that we saw, especially for these first responders who moved to both alert people who were there on the bridge and then also be able to stop the traffic flow. This was true heroism. You know, when we say that we are Maryland tough and we are Baltimore strong, that shows exactly, I mean, who exemplifies that with these first responders. The fact that they were able to get cars off of the bridge and move cars off of the bridge, they saved countless lives that night, and so we're incredibly thankful for the work that they did.
Were they able to warn the people on board, the construction workers on the bridge?
Yeah, so the early indications that we have was that they were able to both start sending out notifications to people there and also being able to keep the cars from coming on the bridge.
It's such a tragedy. It unfolded in seconds, minutes, as we well know. Have you learned anything more, Governor, about what would have caused this cargo ship to suffer this catastrophic failure, lose power, and careen out of control?
We're still learning the details. We still have a thorough investigation that's going to take place to figure out both what led up to the power outage and then also what happened in the aftermath. And you're absolutely right. When you're looking at a cargo ship of that size and moving at that speed, it was going to be difficult for any infrastructure to be able to take on that blunt level of impact. But the consequences, the economic consequences, they cannot be overstated. And not just for the state of Maryland. We're talking about what this means for the entire country. We're talking about a port that is that brings on more cars, more light trucks, more agricultural equipment than any other port in this country. So this is not just going to impact Maryland. We're talking about farmers in Kentucky. We're talking about auto dealers in Michigan who are all going to deal with the consequences of this. And also in addition to the fact that we're the largest port for foreign cargo, over 51 million tons of foreign cargo every single, comes through the port of Baltimore. So this is going to have enormous economic impacts, and it's the reason that we're so focused on making sure we get this done right and get it done quickly to be able to restore this bridge.
Well, speaking of, we only have a few seconds left, but do you have any somewhat realistic estimate about how long it will take to rebuild?
This is going to be a complicated effort because we're still dealing with mangled metal underwater. It's still a very dangerous situation for these first responders who are literally in the water right now as we speak. So this is going to be complicated. It is going to be long, and we know that we are going to need the support of everybody on board to be able to get it to completion. But we are going to get this done.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.